Hello, everyone. What's up? Good morning to everyone. Hope everyone had a great night's sleep, good night rest. Hope everyone is bright-eyed and bushy-tailed this morning. Um, I'm getting ready to get the day started, ready to end the week and start the weekend. Hope everyone is having a great day and a great time. Thank you so much for being here. This is your boy Food Junkie. What's up, the hood table, baby? How you doing, sweetie? Happy Friday to you. Um, you saw the title. Understanding context is very important. As we all know, last night it went down. I'm not talking about what happened last night, not yet anyway, if I even want to. But what I'm going to talk about is some things that transpired last night. And it's not for everyone, it's not for anyone particularly. But I want people to understand, understanding context is very important. And we need to be able to do that in a way that is adult like. Last night, we know it went down. And let me tell you the sequence of events that I've seen and how I saw it. And then we'll get into what this is all about in a moment. It went down yesterday. Hey, Lady Key, baby, how you doing, sweetheart? First, how I ran into the situation is I watched Tracy's first video. Actually, no, I got a notification that someone else went live. Then I got a notification that Tracy went live. So I watched Tracy's video. Then on Tracy's video, she was addressing Kwani about some things that Kwani said on a video she made earlier. So Kwani came on the live and they had a conversation. During that conversation, I after that conversation was over, I went to go watch Kwani's video to find out to get some context, to get some understanding about what's going on and what happened and what went down. That's what I did. So from there, I heard what Kwani said. I put that with what Tracy was saying, put what Kwani was saying. Okay, cool. Then I went over to Lex Max um video because she went live after Tracy pretty much went live. So I caught that as well and caught that was of course a panel and where Kwani was on the panel with Goddess and a couple other people, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And it went down there. Then I after that went off, I went back to Tracy's live again, where they were on. It was Tracy, Diamond Dory, it was Goddess, a couple of people as well on that live. Quanah came on that live as well, and then after that, I went to go watch Kwani's live again. So I followed little breadcrumbs to see what was going on with that, whatever. I really wasn't interested in any of that nonsense because it was nonsense. It was things said on all sides that I felt was none of my business. So therefore, I don't have an opinion about it. At least not the one I'm going to share at this present time. Um, so, but the title of my video is Understanding Context is very important. A lot of things that I caught that I can't, that I'm willing to talk about, well, it's not because it's still on the line of things that I've been talking about for the past couple of days, is the whole racism and prejudice conversation that was being had. All this started because, from my understanding, Kwani said that Tracy have to choose. And I don't think that Kwani said that in the terms of giving Tracy an ultimatum at this present time. I really don't. What I do believe Kwani was saying is that sooner or later we all going to have to make a choice. We're going to have to make a choice as to what we stand for, who we stand for, and things of that nature. That's the most simplest way that I can understand it. What's up, Goddess baby? How you doing? And what's up, Text? That was my understanding of what Kwani was saying. I think that got misinterpreted to you're giving me an ultimatum, and I don't think that what Kwani was doing. Ultimatums was given yesterday, but it wasn't in that initial video that Kwani made. Because listen to that video, I didn't hear that. I heard her say, "So there's a choice that needs to be made," and I do believe that we all have to make a choice, one way or the other, be it good, bad, or indifferent, and we don't. We're not all going to get along with each other. We're all not going to like each other's opinions. We're all not going to like what each other do. But the whole thing about the racism aspect of what's going on in this sector, what's going on in this world, we all are going to have to make a choice. Like it, dislike it, understand it, don't understand it. That's what it is. Now, you can make a choice outwardly and proudly and say X, Y, Z, da da da, or you can quietly make a choice and choose not to verbalize or show people what choices you choose to make. That's up to you. But sooner or later, if you're honest with yourself, a choice is going to have to be made from all of us, about all of us. And that doesn't mean that I dislike someone who doesn't look like me, doesn't experience things that I experienced, or have my same upbringing or background with that. It means that I understand that, you know what I'm saying, when push comes to shove, people are going to choose what's best for them, whatever whatever that is. If you choose to go solely bet on black, or you choose to solely go with someone else who you think have the power or some information about power that will help you in the long run. It just is what it is. That's just the choice you're gonna have to make. But one thing that kind of bothers me about this whole situation is people not understanding words, people not understanding definitions of words, the meanings of certain words, and trying to, the hell was that? Oh, 1 second, y'all. And trying to capitalize on information and stuff that doesn't have to be. The two words that bother me that people are confused by is racist and prejudice. A person, those two words are totally different, have totally different meanings. So what I decided to do is let's look up these words and let's talk about these two words. Let's talk about a racist. Let's talk about someone who's prejudiced. What's up, Dita? How you doing, baby? Hey, Shakila, baby. How you doing? Thank you, baby. I love you too. Thank you. Let's look up the word racist first. The definition, based on Merriam-Webster's definition of racist, is a person who shows or feels discrimination or prejudice against people of another race, or who believes that a particular race is superior to another. Okay. If you're trying to just find a word, you don't use that word in that definition. So if racist and prejudice was the same word, you wouldn't use the word prejudice in trying to define the word racist. Racist has systemic um, properties. A racist, someone who is racist, like I said, you thinking that your race is superior to another, to other races, to another race, which means that you have the power. Racist has the power to alter or affect the way someone lives, the way someone's educated, the way someone works, things of that nature. What's up, Tam, baby? I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Don't be running ahead of the pack, baby. But you get it. How you doing today, baby? By the way, you have the right to affect the way someone lives, the way someone's educated, the way someone works, the way someone is banking, the way someone life is. That's what racist does. Racist has power to affect a whole entire race as a whole. So when people say that, oh yes, black people can be racist, no, we cannot be racist. Black people as a whole, as a structure, as a community, as a organization cannot be racist because we don't have that power to control where someone else live, work, be how they're educated. We don't have the power to affect their lives in that manner. What we do have, what we can be, is prejudice. And let's look up that word, just like Tam said, prejudice. It tells you right there in the word. It means to prejudge. That's what prejudice is. Prejudice is to prejudge someone. So let's look up that word so I can make sure that, I am speaking the right thing. So I can understand that I have the correct context and what's going on. Prejudice, a preconceived opinion that is not based on reason or actual experience. Prejudice against people from a different background. What's up, Brick Girl, baby? How you doing? Good morning. What happened? Uh, so, like the definition of prejudice says, preconceived opinion. So if I look at you and I assume something about you, I'm prejudging you. If I'm assuming something about a certain person based on their race, based on what I've heard, based on my experience or not or lack of experience with that person, that's what prejudice is. I don't know every white person. I don't know every Asian person. I don't know every Middle Eastern person. But based on some preconceived notion, I'm judging them based on their quote unquote race or color or economic situation. That's the difference between a racist and someone who is prejudiced. That's when people say, well, black people are racist or can't be racist, you're wrong. We can't be racist. We don't have the power structure as a whole to affect someone's life. We can prejudge them all day long. We can judge them without having any type of evidence based on our judgment or things. That's what prejudice is. We can prejudge a situation, we can prejudge an individual. But in that prejudging them, we don't have the power structure as a whole, as a race, to think that, you know, we are better than, we can affect their livelihood. You know, you're fine, baby. So it's not about, you know, that. And I want people to really understand that because that's what we have a lot of miscommunication about, that we don't understand words and how they're used. We speak in anger, we speak in opposition, not to listen, but to actually just to get our point across. We hear just enough. We know just enough, or we have the opportunity to speak on things that we've heard tidbits of, and not really listen to anything. A lot of what happened yesterday got out of hand because we weren't listening to each other. We weren't trying to understand each other. We were not trying to understand the context of what was being said. And it all started about, you're welcome, Tam, baby. And it all started because the initial video that Kwani made, she said, sooner or later, you're going to have to make a choice. Now, she was wrong when she said she asked a question because I didn't hear a question in there. I heard statements. And those are the things that we need to really, truly understand. Kwani made a lot of statements in that video initially. And one of the statements that got under Tricia's skin was, sooner or later, you're going to have to make a choice. Now, Kwani said she asked a question. That wasn't a question being asked in the initial video. There was questions being asked and ultimatums being made in Tricia's video as a response by both ladies. You know, and I think that regardless of what's going on, previous situations that they're involved in, previous situations that they are dealing with, things got out of hand. And then on Lex Max video was that things really got out of hand. Then things got out of hand again on Tricia's second video. And then things got out of hand. And Kwani's second, well, I don't know how many videos she made, but that video after that, when she was on the panel and what she said was very inappropriate. But what I did recognize is that someone did say, and this is no offense to anyone, so please, everyone, don't try to jump on me because right now I'm in a Zen place and I want to stay there. If we say certain things regardless how ugly and hateful and harmful they are, about someone that we don't like, I know it's our nature to defend people that we do like, but we have to look at it as not being a part of it. It is something that is Thank you, baby. I appreciate it, Sheila. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's about that. It's about being able to step outside of the confusion and the nonsense and the ugliness to actually hear what is being said, to actually see what is in front of you. Not how you want it to be, not how you want to hear it, but how it's actually being delivered. And that's what a lot of people on here don't have that ability to invest it because they like everyone. Like I said, I like everyone that was involved yesterday. I do. But as you guys know, I love everybody. Unless I don't. There's only two people on here that I really can't mess with. You know, everyone else I can work within. Sorry, I can work with them within limitations. And if I can't deal with it anymore, I walk away. Not hating anyone. I try to be. I really do try to be. Well, the thing is with that, Tam, I don't understand it either. But one thing is, hey, Denia, baby, how you doing? It's not for me to understand what they're doing and why they're doing it. I don't care. I'm judging you based on what you're doing. I don't have to understand it because I know where I stand with it. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. And my thing is, we all have seen people on here do things that we can't quite comprehend. Be it from a racist, be it from someone who is, um, one minute they say they hated the very essence and ground that someone walked on, and next thing you know, they're being their best friend, shouting them out, talking to them, talking about them. What's the difference between someone communicating with a racist for their own selfish needs and also someone who choose to promote and laugh and joke about what a racist is saying when they're picking on someone else? What's the difference? You're both entertaining a racist. You're both talking to and talking about a racist. Hey, Miss Deanna, baby, how you on this morning? You're on this morning. What's the difference? You're both exact a bunch of BS and a bunch of hypocrisy. That's what it is. Now, see, like I said, I like everybody. But we need to be honest with ourselves. There's no difference between one person having a conversation with a racist and one person promoting a racist, even though you say you're not promoting that racist. You see, it's the same thing to me. Now, I'm not judging one way or the other was not, but we need to start looking at things for what they actually are. We need to start looking at things for what's really going on. And you may be upset, you may be mad. What's not That's a choice that you choose to make. But if you step outside of your anger for a moment, step outside of your own situation for a moment, and look at the behaviors that you have done, you start to see they are very similar to who you say you don't like, what you don't do. And like I said, I'm not judging anyone. I'm just saying what you have presented to me on this thing, what you have presented to all of us on this application. It's not about me taking a side. I can say what was said to Goddess was wrong and was uncalled for. I can say that. It was too far. But at the same time, there was things that was said as well on all sides that was wrong and was too far. If we're going to be honest about it, you know, we need to start taking breaths. Stop, you know, taking a step back and looking at how we contribute to certain situations as well. We don't have to engage. We don't have to do that. But a lot of us want to feel that we have to engage because we don't want to look like a punk or we want to be soft because we think that if we let this one thing slide, it's going to be a barrage of other stuff coming against us as well along that same line, and we don't want that. Or sometimes people are just fed up with the barrage in itself, and they choose to come back at it. What's up, Heidi Snowflake Fight, baby? How you doing? It was Deanna. It was a lot. Like I said, it started like that. How I came into it is that I got a notification that someone was live. Then I got a notification that shut it. Oh, no, that Tracy was live. So I watched Tracy's live. Then Kwani came on there, whatever. They was giving a bunch of ultimatums to each other, was not a bunch of um I think it was a bunch of passive aggressive happening, trying to maintain a friendship or a relationship that I personally think is kind of toxic, but that's just my opinion. Who am I? You know, then I went back to watch hey Aquarium baby, how you doing? Then I went back to watch the initial video from Kwani that started that conversation to start off, and her whatever. And like I said, I heard a bunch of statements. I didn't hear any questions. I didn't hear any ultimatums. I didn't hear on that. And what Kwani said was that sooner or later we're all gonna have to choose. Sooner or later we're all gonna have to choose, which is true. Then I watched the Lex Max thing. Then I watched the Tracy thing again. Then I watched the Kwani thing again. So yeah, I was following the breadcrumbs, hit this and the third. Yeah, and I definitely understand that, goddess. I definitely understand that. Hey, Miss Patricia, how you doing, baby? Patrice or Peters, yeah. Yeah, I understand that completely, goddess. And like I said, I'm not here to judge anything. I'm here to give someone from the outside looking in and who's not biased and who likes everyone. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, me liking people, I can see where people have was wrong. I can see where things was misunderstood. I can see where things was misinterpreted. I can see where the context of what was being said was not gathered. And it all stemmed from people not really having an understanding. We not having a true understanding of what's going on. Baby, I'm not mad at you, baby. And the thing is, that is your understanding. Like I said, y'all know over here, I can listen. I can listen to anyone, and I can talk to anyone. I can actually hear what people are saying. And if I'm confused, I can actually ask a question in a way that is not going to be defensive or ugly or nasty or anything like that. I just want people to try to think critically. And y'all know that's what I always try to say from the very beginning of my place on here. Think critically. Think in a way that is outside of your personal emotions, your personal belief. Because that's how you get understanding from somebody else. Because not everyone's going to think like you. Not everyone's going to speak like you. Not everyone's going to comprehend how you comprehend. So if you try to get out of your own head for 1 second and then try to listen to what everybody else is saying, you will get a greater understanding of what is going on. And if you don't get involved, don't interject yourself into a situation that doesn't involve you. That right there is the first step to get a better understanding of what's going on. While I like everyone, while I went to everyone's channel to see what's going on and how while I support everyone, hey Sarah Patch, how you doing, baby? I still am able to not inject or interject my personal opinions to it so I can hear what is being said. But once I put myself into it and get personal with it, I lose the ability to actually hear what is being said. I lose the ability to actually grasp the little nuances of what is being said based on tone and diction and things of that nature. I lose that once I get personally involved, when I get emotionally invested, regardless how grotesque the things that was said yesterday was. I still have to get myself out of that and not step into it so I won't get emotionally tied to it, if that makes sense. I can't, put myself in a position where I am so involved, so personally invested that I'm not hearing what is being said by all parties so I can come up with plan of action for myself of how I'm going to move and navigate myself through these different things. That's how, from the very beginning, I said when the whole thing before I got into my little situations I got into last year is I'm cool with everybody. People wanted me to make choices. I'm not doing that because it doesn't benefit me in my real life. Quick little story, on topic but off topic. Last night when I was at work around 1 o'clock in the morning, sorry, it was more like 12:30. One of the ladies I work with came over to our area and was like, "Oh, did y'all hear that so and so walked out last week and they ran outside to call him back in to because they want him to quit." And I just stopped working and looked at her and asked her, "How is that information right now going to get us out of here sooner?" And she was like, "What? How is that information going to help us get out of here tonight sooner?" And she looked, and everyone that was around me started laughing because they knew I don't have time for the BS, especially at work. And she put her head down. I was like, oh, I can't stand him. But she said it in a playful way because she know that I've been checking her like that for a while. Don't interrupt our flow in order for us to listen to some random gossip. And to me, that's the same concept as what goes here on YouTube. How is the information that I am listening to or hearing or choosing to partake in going to help me in my life at this moment? While I heard what she said, while I hear what y'all say, while I watch what you guys do, that's not going to help me in this moment. That's not going to better my life or enhance my life in this moment. And I think a lot of people just want to be part of a conversation, so they choose to engage. I choose not to in my real life, in my work life, in my YouTube life, unless I choose to, unless I want to add a key to it if I think that something is funny, unless I want to engage in the conversation. We have choices to make. Like that was a choice. Back to what Kwani said. So later we're all gonna have to make a choice. I had a choice to either engage in the nonsense and the buffoonery, or I had a choice to not do so and let everyone else know I'm not gonna be here all night playing with y'all, talking about this nonsense. We all make choices every day. And be it based on someone's skin color, someone's race, what someone's did, we don't know. And y'all know I like Carrie Cecil as well. I don't care what color she is. But at the same time, I'm not gonna go as far. Hey Sammy, baby, how you doing? It makes it worse, exactly. Um, I like Carrie Cecil as well, regardless of her race, regardless of anyone's race. I like people based on who they are, regardless of their race. Now, am I going to take someone's side and big up someone because XYZ? No, I'm not gonna do that. Because I don't know what you do when I'm not in your presence. I don't know what you do. I don't follow anyone around enough to see what you do when I'm not around or when you think I'm not around. So for me to say, oh well, she haven't doxed anyone or she haven't done anyone, I don't know that. And to say that she has done it, I don't know that. And I think that like with my mods, Goddess is a mod of mine, Deanna's a mod of mine, Wildcard, Tessie, Tex, Mimi, all my mods. Y'all know I love you guys. Down. But at the same time, I don't know what you do when I'm not around. So I will tell people 100% in my house, this house right here, the food junkie mansion, we're not gonna disrespect my moms. But one thing that I felt that was kind of uncalled for is I can't say, oh, when you go onto your channel, don't say anything about my mods. All my mods are strong women that will get in your ass if you say something that they don't like, as we seen Goddess do yesterday. So yes, I will protect you when you're over here. I will protect you if I see someone talking mess about you or it's not, and you're not around. I will say something about that. But I'm not going to tell somebody what they better not do and give someone an ultimatum. To me, that was one thing that was something that they wasn't listening to. Well, Tracy wasn't listening to what she was saying or how it sounded. I know people may not like it. Y'all know I love me some Tracy, but y'all know that if someone tells someone what they can't do on their thing, hey Tessie, how you doing, baby? You can't tell someone what they can't do on their channel. You can say you don't like it, but like they both were saying yesterday, that no, I don't think none of them heard when Tracy attacked Kwani's mod, Ree, and Kwani asked her to not do that. Tracy stopped going over there as much. When Kwani attacked Carrie Cecil and Tracy asked her not to do that, Kwani stopped going over there to Tracy's place so much, being visible. Kwani is correct. She can do whatever she wants to do on her channel. And Tracy has the right to either listen to it or not listen to it. And if Tracy chooses to come back on her channel and to attack Kwani for Kwani attacking um, Carrie Cecil, that's a choice. You made a choice. Yeah, I'm not. I can't defend grown folks. I can't. I'm not gonna push rocks up hills. I'm not gonna add more stress to my life than there's worth. On YouTube in real life at work, I'm not gonna do it. And it doesn't mean I don't respect and love and honor my mods, because like, y'all know I do. But at the same time, we have a voice. And this whole thing, one thing, this goes another topic right quick. This whole thing of subscribers can't defend themselves. Yes, you can. I've been attacked by subscribers for a while, and we know as content creators, well, it's not. We get attacked by subscribers all the time. If they don't like you, or if you say something about someone that they like and they don't want to hear it was not. Just because you don't have a channel and you're not a content creator was not, don't mean that you don't have a voice. There are plenty of people out here doing panels. Plenty of people out here are jumping on panels, giving their opinion, thinking that it's their right, it's their obligation. They have to, they can. So that's why it's there. They write comments, they write in on your pages, was not. You have a choice, so you can always defend yourself. So for someone to say that, oh well, well my subscribers can't defend themselves because they don't have because they're not content creators. If I see your name scrolling down this screen, we know you can defend yourself because you can write and type whatever you want to write and type. If you are in the bushes, no one would say your name. No one would know your name. The silent subscribers don't defend themselves because there's no reason for them to defend themselves. But if your name is out here, your name is on these pages, your name is scrolling down the screen while you're constantly typing, you have every opportunity to defend yourself. You have every opportunity to speak your piece, speak your mind, say what you need to say in order for you to let people know what's going on with you. And this is not putting down anyone. This is just me stating the facts. You can't sit up here and be a victim your entire life, wanting people to defend you your entire life when you have the opportunity and obligation to defend yourself. It makes no sense. So it was so much convoluted stuff going on yesterday. Was not that I'm like, y'all, the real issue is not being addressed. Now everyone else is being pulled into these issues that's not being addressed, that's not being talked about, that's not being articulated. We're so in our emotions right now that no one is listening to what is going on. No one is listening to what is being said. No one is listening to how things are transpiring. And not everyone's going to like what I'm saying right now, which is understandable. I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not attacking anyone. I'm looking at this situation that happened yesterday with an unbiased lens, with a level of objectivity that wasn't being done yesterday by a lot of people. I don't like this person, so therefore I'm going to attack and I'm going to disagree with everything they say. I don't like this person, so I'm going to sit here and defend, you know what I'm saying, or go against everything that is being said. I'm dead stuck in the middle just watching, outside looking in. Oh, I see that. Okay, I hear that. Okay, I see it. Okay, I hear it. I get what you're saying. That's why yesterday when I was in all those chats and watching everything, I may have spoken, I think, once or twice, a couple of people, and that's it. And sat back and fell back and watched it and observed it. I was not trying to put myself into it. But Sour Patch, hold on a second, I'm just reading it. What's up, Lemon Drop? What what you didn't what you didn't say on Sour Patch is when Tracy said, "Well, if you drag her, was that I'm gonna decide to drag you." That's to me was going a step too far. And then that's when Quanti said, "Well, I'm gonna decide to drag you then." I can't be upset because someone cussed out Tex, Tessie, Goddess, Deanna was not on their page. I can talk about it was not. I can say it's not right. But for me to come back on my page now and drag that individual because they drug one of my moderators on their page, but yet I'm saying I'm not trying to tell you what to do on your page. In essence, you're trying to tell me what to do on my page. You know what I'm saying? In essence, you're telling me what I can and cannot do on my page because if I do, there will be consequences for my actions coming from you as if you're going to punish me for doing what I want to do on my page. And if Kwani said what she said on her page, Kwani can say what she wants to say on her page, just like Tracy can say what she wants to say on her page. Like Kwani said, I exactly. Let's just like when Tracy drug Ree. Kwani said, I didn't come on here and say what you can't do and don't do that was not. I just fell back. See, all these are veiled threats. All these are ultimatums. It is what it is. Let's be 100 about it. Let's be honest about it. If I say, oh, don't go on your page and do da 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 da, because if you do, I'm gonna do da da, that's an ultimatum. That's a threat. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It was a misunderstanding. It was a misunderstanding, and it went to 0 to 100 really, really quick. Within those couple hours yesterday was not. It was all over the board. It was all over the place, and we can't if we're not involved. Like I'm not involved, so that's why I'm not giving you my true personal opinion about what's going on. I'm just stating facts about what's happening and what I witnessed and what I saw and my understanding of it and how I saw it develop. You know what I'm saying? But we can't sit up here and get so vested in someone else's situation, someone else's personal life, someone else's personal thoughts that we allow it to affect us. Is my bottom line. While I like everyone, exactly, Tex. Exactly. Exactly. It's for me to like and respect and love my moderators. It's not for everyone else to do so. Exactly. Right. Like I said, I like Carrie too, but she's a big girl. She can handle herself. We've seen Carrie out here in these streets swinging and banging. We've seen her do that. You know what I'm saying? And she does it well. I got you, baby. And she does it well. She don't need Tracy to protect her. But if that's what Tracy wants to do, that's Tracy's choice as well. You know, we've seen people are who don't need protection was not who gets protected. We've seen people out there defending themselves, and that's a choice that they choose to make. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying that it's a choice. No one needs to be under someone else's wing. I don't need to come out here and fight for every single person that I like. Y'all are big women, big men. Y'all can handle yourselves. Y'all can rumble with the best of them. We've seen it happen for over the past couple of years. Kwani said that Carrie Cecil has done something to her personally. She never told us what it was, but she have said on several occasions that Carrie have done something to her. She said that Carrie has doxed her. So if Kwani is attacking Carrie for no reason whatsoever, And yesterday, one thing that Quantity did get caught up in is that she confused Gigi with Carrie. Now, I don't know if that's something that she did just yesterday when she was talking because she was talking so much and talking so fast, or if Carrie actually does something to Kwani. But it's not my place to ask for the receipts or the evidence. It's no one's place to ask for that. And like I said, right now I'm going to assert my personal opinion. I don't believe that Kwani and Tracy could be continue their YouTube ship, whatever they have with each other. But what they did say yesterday as well is they both were sending each other information about other people. And if they get to the point where they have to skull drag each other, was not, things are going to come to more clearer light as to what information they were sending to each other, what information they was sharing with each other, what plots and plans they had with each other in order for them to continue to have that friendship or YouTube ship or whatever ship it may be. Hey, Southern Bill, baby, how you doing? I personally think that they can't continue on this path because I think there's some underlying animosities there for whatever reason that we're not privy to, that we're not aware of. Hey, every baby, how you doing? But that's just the surface of what's going on. We know how Kwani feel about Caucasian people. She uses them to her betterment when she can, and she discards them when she wants to. Just like when she was attacking Sean. Oh, I had to say that name. Just like when she was attacking old boy, she kept saying she's gonna get her white Jewish lawyers on him, using them for her benefit. And I called her out on it. Was not when we had our amends. Then when she don't like them and when she can't use them anymore, they're white trash. What is it hard to understand? That's what Kwani does. When she's mad at a white person was not, they're white trash. When she's mad at a black person was not, they're black bitches. They're nigga bitches. I don't know what is it to understand. Kwani is an emotional person. And either you're going to accept her for those emotions when it's in your betterment or when it's not in your betterment. Kwani can get on live right now and cuss me to slap out. And guess what I'm going to do? Laugh. Because my opinion of Kwani is still going to be my opinion of Kwani. Me being cussed about anyone on here does not change my opinion of who they are or who I see them as. You cuss, I can cuss. You drag, I can drag. I'm not going to do it because I'm not going to stoop on that level unless I want to. But you talking mess about me doesn't automatically mean I'm going to start talking mess about you. We know how Kwani does things. We know how Kwani talks about people that she don't like. They really are alike, Tex. They really are alike. You're good. How was your birthday, baby? Hey, Miss Queenie, how you doing, sweetie? She said that, but she also said some other stuff that she said that Carrie does stuff behind the scenes. She also said that as well. She did her whole purpose of drag thing is I want people to actually hear what was being said yesterday. It was a lot of talking going on. Yeah, text. That's all I'm saying. When people show themselves, you believe it. It's not for you to understand why. It's just you understand that that is what it is. And my thing is, and like I said, there's things that on here that people say all the time that I don't like, that I don't agree with. But am I going to discard them and try to make them do what I want them to do? No. Y'all know I don't like the N word. How many people that I like use the N words all the time as part of their everyday vernacular? I can't say, oh, well, I'm not going to like you because you keep using the N word. and I don't like that. And that's part of the problem that we have in society, where we think that we're taking it back, but what we're doing is actually giving people permission to disregard us, to degrade us. No, that's just how I feel. Keep it to myself. Just ask you, please don't use that word when you're referring to me or when you're speaking to me, if you can help it. And people, thankfully, has been respectful enough to try not to use that word in talking with me. You know, I can't make someone do what I want them to do because we have a YouTube ship or friendship or an acquaintanceship or whatever the case may be. I can't make you do what I want you to do. And baby, that is completely up to you, and that is your prerogative to do so. You don't have to like everyone. You don't have to accept everyone for who they are. Once you see somebody for who they are, well, it's not. That's a choice. You have to either choose to accept it or not to accept it. And if you choose not to accept it, that is your choice. And you choose to walk away from them, well, it's not. But also, what I don't understand is when people say that they walk away from people, whatever, they're still watching them. They're still communicating with them. They're still engaging with them. Either you're going to walk away cleanly, or you're going to keep on straggling along. And if you choose to straggle along, who fault is that if you get offended by what they say? If you truly don't watch people, if you truly don't engage with people, well, it's not, you won't know what they say. If you truly cut someone off, you wouldn't be engaged in what's going on with them. You wouldn't be worried about what they're saying. If you truly don't watch someone, if you truly, if on a panel of someone that you like, you will turn off because you don't engage with them. Period. You don't give them that energy. If you don't go to their channels to figure out what happened and what's going on, you don't run back on your channel and say, well, this will happen on this channel, on this person's channel XYZ. But Southern Belle, not everyone operates the same. Never operates the same, and we shouldn't respect that. And to me, that's not a respect thing. A respect thing is if I ask someone not to drag my moderator was not on my channel, they don't do that. That's respect. It's not respect me saying don't drag my moderator. Period. That's not respect to me. That's me trying to control someone else's platform and control what someone else says. I can't tell you what to do on your platform. If Deanna pissed someone off, I can't say, okay, now y'all don't drag Deanna on her channel. I mean, on your channel, but you won't be dragging her on this channel right here. But at the same time, Deanna, we all know will defend herself the way she needs to defend herself, how she needs to defend herself. So I wouldn't even have to say that. Yeah, I mean, this is what this channel is. I mean, I want people to respect them. I mean, express themselves respectfully. I want people to disagree and have their own opinions. I don't want anyone to just follow me just to get along. No, as long as you're respectful, I can't be mad at you for being respectful. I can't be mad at you for having a difference of opinion. I can't be upset with anyone for engaging in a adult conversation. That's not what adults do. You know what I'm saying? I can't expect someone to behave and think exactly the way I behave and think, move exactly the way I move. We are all individuals that have our own experiences in real life that correlate how we behave ourselves on this YouTube application. Some of us are the same on and off this application. Some of us are vastly different. Some of us put on air. Some of us keep it as real as possible. It just is what it is, you know. Exactly, Sheila. Right. And I said, and I can respect that. I can respect the fact that, saying people say, I don't watch, I don't discuss, I don't talk about. And, saying, my thing is like, I mean, one thing that I said earlier here that Kwani said yesterday was not, and Tracy also said yesterday. Tracy pointed out the fact that Kwani went over to talk to Jason. Kwani pointed out the fact that um, Tracy laughing and joking and constantly watching Jason. Not saying with him was not, but we all heard the video that Tracy made where she was playing Jason talking to Net and laughing, saying that was so funny. She was crying laughing. I don't understand the difference. This man tried to ruin your life. This man tried to get you messed up. Well, it's not like you said 5A and them did. But at the same time, you're laughing and joking about what he said about someone else that you don't like. That has to make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't get it. And it's not saying anything against Tracy, but the point is, you can't point out the fact that Kwani went over there to have a conversation with him was not. But at the same time, you're playing his videos, laughing about him picking on someone else. That just doesn't make sense to me. Right, Sam. They all watch him, and I don't get it. Like I said, the first time I don't watch that man. Only time I heard him really is when he's on someone else's channel that I watch because they plan him because they're regurgitating what he said. That's the only thing I know about that man. I'm not going to give energy to someone that I know is a known racist and who don't like me for the color of my skin. So why am I going to give that person any type of energy? And they complain about what they do. But yet I'm constantly on their page daily. I'm constantly regurgitating what they said. I'm constantly talking about what's going on with them. I don't care. I don't care enough to do so. I don't care enough to waste my time that I can't get back, being upset with someone who I know don't like me, who I know don't appreciate who I am, what I am, who don't even appreciate who they are. Because if you're comfortable with who you are, what's not, you won't have to worry about what someone else is doing, who someone else is, based on the color of their skin. Like I said, people are all different. They do what they want to do. They think that it's intel they're gathering. Okay, well, how is it intel? What intelligence are you getting from that? Because that's what intel comes from. What intelligence are you gaining from watching someone that you don't like, that you know don't like you? What intelligence are you getting? I'm just saying. Ain't no way. And there's nothing to do with, saying, me not liking. Like I said, I'm still gonna watch who I want to watch. I'm still gonna comment on people's chats that I want to comment on. And others, I'm gonna be in the bushes. But I'm trust and believe it's not people that I don't like. I'm watching. Sometimes I'm just not in the mood to talk to everybody all the time. I just rather listen to what's going on. You know, I want people, like I said, I want people to really understand the context to get clear understanding of what's happening. Because I think that a lot of this nonsense is happening because people don't understand the context and not understanding what is going on. Does it make me smarter than anybody? Doesn't make me better than anybody. It just makes me more open and willing to listen to what is being said, more open and willing to gather understanding, to gather information so I can understand situations. You know, it doesn't make me, what I'm saying, some omnipotent person who think that I know everything because I don't know anything. I know a little bit. I just know a little bit and I like to listen and hear. I like to watch, you know. So I say if anyone gets upset by it, if anyone gets mad about it, well, it's not understandable. That's your choice. You know what I'm saying? That's your choice. But I'm just going by what I see and what I heard yesterday. I'm going by what people have shown me. And if you don't want me to see certain things, don't put it on camera. If you don't want us to have an opinion about certain things, don't put it on camera. If you want to move the way you want to move, and think that there's no one should have an opinion about it, that's a choice. But if you put it on camera, someone's gonna have an opinion. If not me, someone else is. So Melissa's gonna speak on it. Very true, Tessie. Very true. Exactly. Tessie said. You know what I'm saying? Was it? But these problematic people should not even be mentioned or allowed on the platform. Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. I know you was watching and listening, baby. I know you was watching and listening, baby. Thank you. You know, yeah, and it just is what it is. Like I mean, like I said, it's not a problem. Like I said, with anyone, it's not an issue with anyone. Was not. I like everyone, whatever. But I think that the problem is that a lot of things wasn't being heard. People were in emotions yesterday, and they weren't listening. They weren't actually hearing what was being said, and that's the sad part about it. That's the sad part that, you know what I'm saying, that saddens me because I think that, if we would do more listening to each other and listening for understanding, not listening to respond, it wouldn't have been handled the way it was handled yesterday. It would be something a little different. It would be something a little different. It would be something a little different. And I don't think that, I mean, the people that liked each other, I think that they still like each other. They may not be able to get along, you know what I'm saying, in this moment. But I think that with time, people will get out of their feelings, and then they will be able to understand and actually hear what is being said more clearer. Hey, Blue Balls, baby, how you doing? Good morning to you. Very true. How do snowflake fly? I just gave it, baby. You gotta watch the replay, Blue Bottoms. I just gave it. I mean, I'm not gonna give my personal opinion because my personal opinion doesn't help anyone, you know. But that's what we're talking about right now, baby. Well, we're on the tail end of it. Basically, I think that it was people not listening to each other. Statements was made. There was no questions asked initially, but the statement was made. Ultimatums was given by everybody, you know, and it was just a big old huge kerfuffle, a big old huge misunderstanding. You know, people was in their feelings, people was being emotional, and basically that's the bottom line. You know, there was aggression being made, there was stuff being said that, you know what I'm saying, that I mean, I don't understand how. Well, my thing is this: nothing on here surprises me because I've seen people say some of the most vile things. I've seen people do some of the most vile things, and after several years of watching that, especially in the past recent years of watching how the fighting has become dark and ugly and nasty, it's come to be expected from people. You're gonna talk about people's parents. You're gonna talk about people's kids. You're gonna talk about people's this and that. And saying you're gonna dox people was not. You're gonna put up information was not just try to embarrass. But I still don't understand what doxing is all about anyway. I still don't like it. Don't understand it because to me, once you put out some information about somebody was not, then what? Hey, Miss Moët, how you doing, baby? Once you put out information about somebody, then what? Right. Tessie. Exactly. Exactly. Exactly, Tessie. Exactly. I don't have to go live to say I don't F with you. I can go live and tell my story, and people can come to the conclusion they come with. But I don't have to come in and say, "Oh, f you, I don't mess with you no more." Da 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 da. Okay, I disengage. Where you don't see me talking to you or talking about you, what's not, you know I don't f with you. If when you see me not, you know what I'm saying, speaking to you when I see you in chats, what's that, you know I don't f with you. You know, I don't chase anybody. Never have, never will. You know, if there's an issue was not that you have with me that you need to have with me was not, you know my emails, you know my information, you know how to contact me was not, you know how to engage with me outside of YouTube. But when you start doing stuff on camera or not doing stuff on camera, that tells me everything I need to know right then and there. And guess what I do? Disengage. Don't have the time and or energy to play with you. Don't have time to sit and stroke your egos. You know, it's the same old thing. Same old thing. Same script, different characters, baby. Same script, different characters. Everyone's backstabbing everybody. Everyone's talking about everybody. Well, it's not. Everyone is getting involved in someone else's business. The same old, same old, same old, same old. It doesn't have to. It's not. Nothing really has changed. You didn't miss much, baby. You probably gained a couple of brain cells not watching this nonsense and BS. But other than that, same old, same old. Hey, Marie, baby, how you been? You know. But yeah, you guys, I just came on here really quick. Well, it's been about an hour, and talk to you guys about, you know what I'm saying, just being able to understand the context of words, being able to comprehend what is being said, and let's not use well, we can use, y'all can do what y'all want to do, but be mindful that understanding the difference between a racist and someone who's prejudiced is a vast difference. That's not semantics. Racist has the power to alter someone else's life, a group of people's life, a group of a race to change their course. A prejudiced person is someone who just prejudges people without having any type of rationale behind it. You're prejudging based on your own understanding, not on what's actually there. These are two different things. That's why those are two different words. You know, because you can prejudge someone based on a guy who you think is too effeminate for you. You can say that he's gay, and he could be straight as all get out, have more pussy than a little bit. You can see a woman who is very masculine and say, "Oh yes, she must be a lesbian," but she could be the most softest feminine person, but her outside is just is what that. So you could prejudge her. You know what I'm saying? You can prejudge people on different types of things, was that which causes prejudices. Racists think that, you know, saying their race is superior, so therefore they are worthy of having more and holding someone another race down. That's what racist is. Two different things. But yeah, you guys, this is your boy Food Junkie. I'm getting ready to get out of here. Um, exactly, same script, different characters. Exactly. Um, but yeah, you guys, if you haven't liked that already, please like the video on the way out. And y'all know I love you guys. Thank you. I really appreciate this conversation we had today. There was no craziness happening, which, you know, I don't like craziness, so that's a blessing in itself. And thank y'all for being open and honest and allowing me to be open and honest with you guys as well. Like I said, this is not for me to attack anyone or to tell someone that they're wrong or someone else is right. No, it's just me talking about what I truly saw and what I observed in my watching of YouTube yesterday. Um, and like y'all know, it's not important that I love you guys. It's more important that you love yourself, you love someone else, you respect yourself, and you definitely respect someone else. Once again, y'all, this is your boy Food Junkie, and I will talk to you guys later. Until then, peace.